Last time on Fire Emblem Warriors, we beat Darius, but he still had an evil plan that involved us doing the last stage all over again. Wow, what creative level design.
Okay guys, welcome back to the Fire Emblem Warriors speedrun episode 42. Where we play chapter 18 of Fire Emblem Warriors. And
It's not a speed run.
It's a speed run. Oh, I forgot. This guy's all like, I'm a bad boy.
You are not focused enough for this to be considered any sort of speed run.
And that's his dad. Is he gonna kill his dad? He's like, I want the crown. He's like a new... I don't think I can say that.
Royal blood is the key.
Can I make a Kim Jong-un joke?
Can you or did you?
Can I?
I don't care.
I just mean, that seems like a bad idea.
I mean, they will bomb us.
Yeah. Well, not they. Just Kim Jong-un.
Now, Chaos Dragon.
I was gonna say, is this a Kim Jong-un situation? He's killing his family for power.
That's just kind of a royalty thing in general.
It's not a joke, it's truth. Oh, look at my sword. You can tell it's the evil one of yours because it looks similar, but it's black.
It just means she's edgy? I don't know.
The switch is slightly in the way of the dialogue for me.
Oh, you're just like,
Did he get an evil voice?
I'm gonna eat everything with my shadowness. And it's like, oh, crap.
Darius, you killed King Oscar. He lived in a trash can. Yeah, Sesame Street. Who watched that? Nobody, probably, because now kids are being grown up on and educated by SpongeBob and all the dirty jokes of SpongeBob. Patrick with a flag between his butt cheeks. That happened. There was a bear. I forget. I don't know what episode it was. Patrick like runs across the screen, butt naked, with a flag between his butt cheeks. Oh man, good times. I watched that when I was a kid.
I don't know what to say.
But I also watched Sesame Street, so it counterbalanced. So now I'm only kind of a weird psychopath, you know. Psychopath's not the right word.
I did recently read American Psycho.
There it is.
It was very graphic.
American Psycho.
Yes.
I'm trying to think what that is. Is that the one that's like the horror thing? It's like a carnival kind of?
No.
No, that's American Horror Show.
A horror story, probably. But no, it's just about this really rich guy who's secretly a psychopath and he murders people, a lot of times women.
Oh.
And like he never gets caught, pretty much just because he's rich, because like...
He's rich, he couldn't have done it.
Well, he will like flat out tell people, he's like, oh, I would...
Is that him in the center there? I'm gonna go after one of the magic people because Alyssa has high res and pretty dang high attack.
I don't know what we're supposed to... Oh, we're probably supposed to go for,
I'll go bottom left. Yeah, we're all set up. We're in a triangle formation. I'll go bottom left. Have Elise go right.
Yeah, she'll... Shit. You know what?
Elise can
We'll figure it out as we go.
Elise is a big girl. She can take them on. She has high res, mostly.
But yeah, no, he'll like flat out tell people in the story that he's like crazy and they'll think that he's like joking or something.
Oh. Is he as creative as Light? Does he use potato chips to his advantage?
No, he's just he's crazy and he is like a psychopath. He does like horrible things to people.
Yes! Oh yeah, you didn't add me. Oh yes.
Fine, okay.
Did you hear the sound of that chair? That was me, sitting back, relaxing, being thankful I don't have to deal with this.
You finished this map in 20 seconds. What changed?
We might get two done this episode. You have Falchion?
Oh yeah.
So you're good against Dargans.
Oh my gosh, you think it's...
Dargans.
What is attacking me from this angle?
I mean, there's guys on every side of you.
Yeah, I get the feeling that I should just be actually going for the...
Darius, why are you doing this? We've been friends for so long. Hello, my name is Robin. I like playing matchmaker wherever I go.
Matchmaker, bring me a match.
Yes?
Okay, I need to tell these idiots to, not
Where's Lissa? She should be carrying right now.
be fighting things.
Lissa can take out a summoner on her own. Not a summoner,
Understood.
oh, what are those guys? Sorcerer. She should be able to take a sorcerer on her own.
Shoot, I need to pay attention to where I'm going.
Fire orbs. You gotta take those out quick or they will destroy your allied base.
Yeah,
You
that's...
have an allied base?
Let's gain control.
Oh, I always do. They are typically guarded by really dumb people, so I'm gonna move it on this way.
There's the sage that's doing. That's
Thank
not
you.
A sage.
I would have never noticed.
That is not a sage. That is a summoner. On the map, it was a sorcerer, and now in person, it's just a magic guy. It's just a mage.
What, sages can't use magic? Or too freaking good for your magic, sage?
Well, they used the awakening design.
Also, I think Alyssa was like
but...
one behind me in level. She's gonna
Alyssa's
get a
the
bit of a gap.
greatest character in this game. That's what people don't understand. You see. Alyssa's actually a pretty great character. A lot of the awakening ones I like. Some people are like, oh, they're dull. Fates is the best. You know what I have to say to that? Fate sucks. And all of you who like Takumi out there, you're wrong and your opinion is invalid.
Yeah, typically there are no wrong opinions, but
People are like, the only people who like Takumi are the ones who played Nor first, and he was a big meanie. But then in Hoshido, he's nice. And I'm like, no.
he isn't.
I played
He's
through,
an asshole.
I played through Birthright first. And I hated him the whole way through. And then, you know what? I liked him better in Nor. Because I was able to kick his butt time and time again.
Well, like, the thing is, in Nor, there's at least a reason why he's an asshole. It's because you're fighting against him. With that, you're like, I have forsaken the people who raised me.
To be with you. And he's like, I don't love you.
And he's
people are
like, yeah, you're probably gonna kill us or something, like,
people
in the
are like,
night.
He grows on you, and he gets nicer, and he has character development. It's like, no, he gets kind of nicer to you. He never gets to be buddy-buddy with you. Also, he's a jerk to Azura the whole way through the story. He's like, you should get out of here, you don't belong, you should kill yourself. And it's like, Takumi.
Does he actually tell her to kill herself?
He says some pretty mean things
Because,
to
I mean,
her,
like,
and
I'm
it's
honestly
slow
asking.
your roll, man.
Because he is, like, the sort that would just be like, I mean, if you just wanted to, I don't know. Why don't you get a necktie and then tie that to the rafters? I mean, you know, make sure the tie's made out of rope. Why don't you do that? I think it looked nice.
It doesn't have to be rope. Someone killed themselves with a scarf. I think it was,
Sam, you're missing the point.
I was about to give a big long story about this famous person. I know their name and everything. I could go into it right now.
If you want to kill yourself, you don't need to work that hard. It's as easy as 1, 2, kill yourself.
I can tell you how they did it. It's like a lot. You would be surprised how easy it can be.
No, humans are
off.
humans are really frail. It's
Well, I always thought humans were. This is gonna sound kind of dumb and stuff, but I always thought humans were really cool. How they can like get back from injuries. Like if you get cut, your skin like gets back together and like fixes itself. It's like. That's pretty neat. That's also why I like the Namekians so much, because they have, like, the regeneration.
Why the hell are you doing this? You're like, oh, that's why, humans, yeah, they rule. But Namekians
are
it's
even
like,
better.
Namekians, they're like better humans. Why did it have to be a spear user?
Elise is right there. Oh, for a second I thought it was playing the, I don't know the name of it, but it's from the one Donkey
You're
Kong.
getting off track here.
What?
You're getting off track. You were going to tell me about how easily I could kill myself today.
Do you want me to tell you?
I
don't know if that'd be looked down upon. I could say it and then bleep it out.
Well, I edit these, so don't.
Just cut it out then or something. It's not graphic or anything.
But no, it's like the weirdest thing, because there are like sometimes that humans, like, you can do the worst things imaginable and they will be fine, and then other times it's like, like you trip and fall the wrong way and you're dead.
Yeah.
I
always thought how it was cool how humans come back, like, near-death experiences, and they can just, like...
Oh, Liana, hey, stupid!
It's not to
Stupid.
the point where they can, like, grow limbs back and stuff. Everybody knows this. But it's to the point where, like, if you have a big gash in your arm or something and it seals itself back up, it's like, that's neat. I don't know why. Humans are neat things.
I think there are certain things that you can regrow, but it's like a genetic abnormality or something. I might just be thinking, like, if you lose your teeth, like, with some people, they can regrow them.
Yeah.
Like a shark, but
I've also...
it's
that's why I found...
pretty unusual.
That's why I find worms and starfish, like... A lot of people are just like, ew, they're, like, gross little sticky things. It's like, no.
We dissected one in high school.
Yeah, I know, we did too. And a frog. Oh, no, we did that in middle school, 7th grade. We dissected a frog and a worm. In high school, we dissect a pig fetus and a cat.
Fetus.
Yeah, and the fetus is one that I'm pretty sure you have to do. It's one, like, the base science class that you're required to take. And it was like, oh.
I think there were, like, at least when I did it, there was, like, some bizarre way. It's like, hey, if you're, like, super against this,
You have to write a 5-page essay.
Well, I think with us, it
big
was like
assignment.
you did it on the computer, so it was like, oh wow, you clicked, you right clicked here, you have opened its stomach or what the hell ever, right?
With what? Which thing specifically, or just all of them?
Just like all of them, yeah.
Oh no, we legitimately had a bucket of dead worms. We had to go up and pick one that we wanted. We picked it out, and then we cut it open. We had to dig in and like pull out its different insides and inspect them and draw pictures of them.
What if you're not good? I thought this was a science class, not an art class.
Do you want to hear a funny story about when we dissected the frog? It's not actually funny. This kid's probably going to a mental ward one day. He took his knife, right? His little, like, I guess it was kind of like a scalpel that we were using.
And yeah, probably like a scalpel
We
or
had a
something similar
scalpel
to
and like an X-Acto knife.
I was about to say, yeah, an X-Acto knife.
He spent the whole class cutting the frog's head off while his partner was doing all the work. He then takes it, and we had like these long, like, pointed things that you would use to like stab. You would cut off some of its flesh, and then you would stab it to the table, so that way it wouldn't.
Yeah,
go
you
shut.
pin it. You
Yeah.
pin it. Don't
You
say
pin.
stab. Pin's like, stab
It
is
was
like...
a big pin. It was probably about roughly this long, maybe like 4 to 6 inches. The kid takes the frog head in his hand, no gloves, twists it down onto the stick, and runs around the classroom, waving it around.
Did he yell ooga booga while doing it?
No, but he would get it like really close, like trying to touch people with it. And I think he also stabbed its eyes out.
Yeah, that's a little...
It
Okay,
was-
I can't tell where things are. Hang on a
The
sec.
teacher wasn't paying attention to him, though. The teacher was just kind of walking around. Okay, it's one of those teachers. You know how some teachers clearly have a preference, boy or girl?
Yeah.
They help one over the other. They go to them first.
Okay, why don't we, to make this really clear, is the teacher male or female?
Male.
And do they favor boys or girls?
Girls. It wasn't creepy. At
But
least I
not
don't
in a
remember it
creepy
being
way.
creepy. But he would, like, always just stay with, like, the girl groups the whole time and help them out.
Yes,
And very
that sounds
rarely would he help the
really
guy
creepy.
groups.
That's like, oh, hey. If you ever need help with any
If you ever
biology...
If my 7th grade science teacher ever watches this, I don't think you were creepy. Please don't be creepy.
But you're not a girl.
But yeah.
It would be
it's
something
not,
to ask the girls of your class, hey, was he...
It's not
creepy as fuck.
It's not normally a sexist thing. It's more of like a, I forget what it's called, but it's like in your head you have a preference that you don't know about and that you can't control. And it's one of those. I forget what it is called, but
I
it's
shouldn't criticize too much. Like
It's not a sexist or racist thing at all.
Oh, I'm
It's just
definitely sexist. I very much prefer girls to boys.
in
like-
a creepy way.
No, it's like not even a, like a sexual thing either. It's just one of those, like when I'm playing Pokemon, if I tend to like Pokemon more if they're, like female. And, I don't have any weird things. There's like some Pokemon that I'm sure there are some people that can get strangely aroused by them. But I
Yeah.
mean, I would find it bizarre. But, like if they're just girls, it's like, oh yeah, no, they're better than if they were boys.
Because we had to take a test in our AP, not
Darn
AP,
it.
honors U.S. history. We had to take a test to see what our preferences were, like our subconscious preferences.
And you like edgy boys, right?
Not edgy boys. There was not a way to tell if you like
I mean,
edgy or not edgy people better.
It was
Mine
like boys
was-
with mascara and
No.
hair dyed black.
Mine was boys, but then there was also a race preference, and I had a slight preference for, oh, how do you phrase it? What's the word that begins with a C?
Caucasian?
Yeah, I have a slight preference for Caucasian male.
Racist.
No!
You like white boys.
But most people have, like, a subconscious preference. Normally it is,
For whatever
like,
you
whatever
are.
you are, yeah. It's
I mean,
like,
that kind of makes sense because, I mean, you know, it's...
if you're a white male, you're more likely to have a subconscious preference for white males. If you are,
What just fell?
like, a Hispanic woman, you probably have more of a preference for Hispanic. With women, it gets a little more complicated. They can go boy or girl very easily, their subconscious preference, and sometimes it can change when you're older. Like, let's say you're a mom and you have more boys than daughters, or you just have all sons and no daughters, then your preference can slightly change from girls to boys.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like a big subconscious thing, and it changes throughout. And it's interesting.
It sounds a
Very
little interesting. But yeah, no, it's one of those that like attracts like. You're not necessarily like racist or sexist
Yeah.
or anything. It's just you understand where you're coming from. It's a lot less complicated.
Also, you like to... Just a common thing with humans. You like to stay in your comfort zone and kind of more what you're familiar
Yeah, birds
with,
of
I
a
guess.
feather and all that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, where are the paths? This is...
I'm also pretty sure when you become a teacher, you have to take that test. I think Christy did.
I mean, that would make sense because you don't want to be like, you know, oh yes, I really like specifically this type of person, so,
Yeah.
you know,
That's also a
like,
thing.
you don't want it to be too big of a gap where it's like, oh well, why is this whole racial group getting like shit grades? Are they all dumb? Oh, probably not.
Well, one of the big things with it, the preference, and teachers, what they have to work on a lot of the times, and our teachers even said, yeah, they had to work on it, is basically when you're calling on someone. Here, I'll be back in a second. I'm back. But yeah, one of the big things teachers have to work on when they are teaching, when two hands go up at the same time. Let's say one is like a white girl's, another is a black boy's. They will, like, instinct, just not even thinking about it, both raise at the same time, same question. If they pick one over the other and they know that they're more likely to pick one over the other, they'll take a moment, stop, and pick the other one just to kind of get used to changing up what they
It
think.
seems weird. I figured it'd be something like proximity, or like I know there's some kids that they don't often raise their hands, so I mean, part of me would be like,
Yeah.
oh, that kid never does it, so.
But it's just like a thing, two hands go up at the same time. It's not always the case. It's just something at least our teachers said they had to work on when they started.
Made great strides.
It's actually, I almost find it weird that they're willing to even. Did Lissa? Damn it. I forgot to check Lissa when she was
And
right
it's
by the
not like
treasure
they're
chest.
gonna pick the other one every time. They're just keeping in their mind, try to change up every time. Like who you're picking on. Some
Well,
teachers,
I mean, you shouldn't pick on anybody. You're a freaking teacher, jeez.
some teachers don't even have that problem. They'll do what you said, pick whoever isn't raising their hand, who's ever avoiding eye contact.
Well, I was saying more that if somebody actually volunteers when they typically don't, not
Oh,
necessarily like be like, oh hey, they're actually participating today. Or I could also see proximity having something to do with
Yeah.
it.
Also, some teachers just go through the class and pick them. Or other teachers, like a lot of my teachers, used to do a thing where they would, when we started, we would take our name, write it on a popsicle, stick it in upside down in a can. They'd go through, and then they'd pick one. And you would answer the
Completely
question.
random.
Yeah. And then once you got called on, your stick was out. So everyone had to go like at least once per rotation.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
And then when everybody went, all the sticks go back in, and
Wow.
you start.
There's no time. We need
Wow. Darius isn't dead. You should use your A or your R or something.
Oh, do I have my... Yeah, I have my A back.
And a full R.
No, I think our target's in danger. I like those profit margins. Challenge my fate.
Wow, what an interesting conversation, and now it's just nothing.
Well, then you're like, oh, you didn't beat Darius yet. And I'm like, fine, I'll concentrate. I'll try really hard.
I mean,
People will be really impressed, and they'll be like, wow, I really like him.
you were bragging about how, oh, it's just me. The episode's gonna be shorter. Now it's turned out
What
to
the
be a
fuck?
longer episode. Bleep.
Don't you well?
Did you see what just happened?
You can take my, oh, he fully healed. You can take my audio there, and you can make an audio sample, and then anytime we say something, you can just put my voice there saying,
What do I need to... Okay, I need to take out this Outrealm sentry. Wow, it would sure be great if I had another person here who I could delegate work to. Oh wait, that wouldn't work, because oftentimes, when I frickin' do that, you're like,
oh, you can
"Eee,
take Dargans out in like 2 hits.
I'm gonna walk right behind you and sniff your butt.
Who was your favorite boss in Dragon Quest IX?
What else do I need to... Oh my gosh.
Like, just to fight.
Oh, that's where the other ones are. In which one?
Dragon Quest IX.
I don't remember. I just remember that I played it and then I won. What is... You're almost dead. I'm gonna kill you.
I really liked the all trades, or Jack of all trades, what's his name? Master of None. I really like the Master of None fight, because that's when you get into it and it starts to be like, yeah, things are real. You better start leveling up and put your big boy pants on, because if not, this guy's gonna poop in your pants for you. And I was like, okay, man, I'm gonna start leveling up. I'm just gonna start getting strong.
Aimed right at us.
Wow, look at Camilla stand there and look at him.
Reinforcements.
This is the opposite problem that I have with Xenoverse. Xenoverse 2, my problem is, I'll be comboing a guy, I'll be most of the way through my combo, one of my teammates come over, punch him really hard out of my thing. And it's like, I was comboing him. Go take care of somebody else, leave me to my guy.
I'm gonna say that if I do this, he will not heal, and I won't have to beat him a freaking 3rd time, that I can just win now.
My gosh, we're gonna have to watch you fight him for another 30 minutes now.
Well, he doesn't seem to be taking a ton of damage, if I'm being completely
That's
honest.
because you're not using a lance. There's no, like, cavalry. Not cavalry. What's it called? I can't think of the term right now. But basically, like, foot soldier using a lance.
No, there's Oberon of Zora as
Oh,
DLC, but...
Actually.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna say fuck
Also,
you,
another
Darius.
thing I never understood about Fire Emblem, the weapon triangle on it, it's called the lance, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing because originally a lot of them who used it were on horseback, but a lance, if I'm remembering correctly, refers directly to a type of spear that's used only on horseback. Spear is the more general term.
Take all the boards back to keep the reach.
Oh,
So why
I'm
won't-
sorry.
I don't. It's a small thing, but it always just kind of bothered me.
Mission starting.
It was like if instead of sword, they were like scimitars.
Give up.
It's like that's a very specific.
I'll call up Intelligent Systems. I'm sure I won't have to wait long.
Yes?
Would you please frickin' win the frackin' battle? Like, you guys.
What are those purple like flashies
What purple?
on the map? They're purple flashing marks.
Oh, that's the thing.
That's his spell of doom.
That's the whatchamacallits, the fire orbs.
Challenge my fate.
There are no Sacred Stones characters.
No, we've been over that multiple times. They didn't add loot.
Sucks.
Everybody's favorite mage.
Or at least Ephraim.
I really
Ephraim
like
would've
the
been
part where
different.
you guys are fighting shitlings, and here I am fighting the big bad bossy man.
I also like
And
Ross.
you're the ones who are almost dead.
Ross and Lute are my favorite characters from that game.
Well, what's better than
Ross is like, my name's Ross, and I like to cut people with my
Oh,
axe."
he talks like Frostman.
Yeah.
I will crush you.
The
I
game-
will.
The game breaks
Beat
every
ya.
time you beat a level. It did it last time too.
Didn't really do it when I played it. It must be your Switch. It must be inferior to my Switch.
It sounds like this game is.
Quickly now, kill me.
They
Do it while you
sword
still can.
reduces.
Well, you still can. We didn't come here to strike you down.
It voice acts for you, you
I mean, you probably should have.
Damn it, Rowan.
His mouth didn't look like it lined up with the
Don't be a
audio.
fool.
No, Darius! Why are you insisting that you...
Yeah, they didn't change
Because he
it.
has to die today.
It's probably one of those, it was originally Japanese and then they never changed the mouths.
Oh, dude, you should... Oh, man.
That always really bothers me, because Liana's like,
Raise yourself.
Did you know that,
and she's like, hi.
you should watch, like, some of the extras on the, One Piece disc, because they actually show them dubbing it, and what they do is, okay, he says something like this, like, they give him a rough translation, and they're like, you need the vine, whatever you say, to pretty much match up for how long the mouth's moving. And it's just one of those, it's like, that's how you do it?
When they
You don't just, like, go in and they're like, okay,
I thought
need
they
the
would
mouth
just
to
put
move
like a little
that.
tan piece over the mouth and then redraw a mouth over
Yeah,
it.
I mean, you would think it would be something like that, but no, it's like, it was one of the most bizarre things. I would have never guessed that that was how it worked. And I don't know if that's for, like, all of them, if some of them, because, like, with One Piece, it's one of those,
Master
it's coming
Chief.
out once a week, so
Yeah.
they have to, like, jimmer jammer those, like, there's so many of them that, like, they have to just slam them out, so maybe that's why they...
Does Mark Mercer have
do
a
it?
part in One Piece?
I'm pretty sure he's Trafalgar Law.
Because he has a piece in like everything.
Yeah, no, we can look it up. Oh, yeah, we'll pause it right here. We'll look up where
Did you
Matt
know
Mercer...
Mark Mercer can sing?
We'll look up Mercy
Mercer.
Man, and
Mercer
we'll get right
can
back to you.
sing.
Thanks for watching. Join us next time when we forget to look up who Matt Mercer voices in One Piece. Guess I'll do it right now. Let's see. Trafalgar Law. Yep, Matthew Mercer. Wow.